Hello friends, last video we have seen the deviation definition, deviation classification, deviation types of deviation, level of deviation. So in this video or today's video we will be see the deviation investigation and kappa. How deviation is investigated, how deviation has been corrective action and preventive action has been taken for deviation. But before going to it, we have to understand some points which I have mentioned on these boards. So deviation, the definition of deviation is any departure from the standard system, process, procedures, specification and what you required. That is the deviation definition. So how the deviation has been classified or how the deviation has been decided, major, minor or critical. So we can see this chart, and as per this chart we can decide the deviation, major, minor deviation and critical deviation. In that deviation, any event or any departure has happens at the time of event. That event has a significant impact on manufacturing process parameter, SOP or GMP. That impact has been effect on your product quality attributes, then effect on your operations at critical parameters, and effect on your equipment or instrument associated to the process. As per this chart, we can decide the deviation is major, minor or critical deviation. Now we have classified this deviation. Then we start the investigation of deviation. So before start the investigation of deviation, we have to consider some points that I am explaining here. So before investigation, we have to mention the deviation as a first description of deviation. First is a description of deviation. Then second part is a impact on quality. And third is a risk assessment. Risk assessment of deviation. Then investigation of deviation. Or we can say the root cause analysis. And fifth is a kappa, corrective and preventive action for the deviation. So all these deviations are mentioned in WHO and ICH, Q9, Q10, and the discrepancy are also incorporated in 21 CFR. In 21 CFR, that are the 2211.22, 211.100 and 211.1.98. These are the clauses which the deviation has been mentioned. So first description contains the deviation, what has happened, what event had been happened, or what is the departure of the system. Then impact, how the deviation has been impact on our product quality. Then risk assessment, what is the risk for the product, that is mentioned in the risk assessment, and the risk assessment has been done as per the ICH Q9 guideline. By following this ICH Q9 guideline, we can do the risk assessment of that deviation. Then investigation or root cause analysis. For investigation, we can use the various tools for the investigation. So I am mentioning here, or I am explaining some investigation tools. First we can use the 5 why analysis. 5 why analysis. Second is a Ishikawa fishbone diagram. So 5 why analysis contains asking questions to the concerns why till getting the satisfactory results, and we have to get the results within a third to fifth question. Why the satisfactory results. If we can't investigate in this way, then we have to use the tools Ishikawa fishbone diagram. And Ishikawa fishbone diagram that contains the spine, problem or incident, and other spine contains man, material, method, machine, measurement, and environmental condition. By using this tool of investigation, we can find out the root cause of deviation. Because in a man there is a which shift was going on, and which personnel were working in that shift. Then those personnel who have working in that area, they are trained or not, or they are qualified for that work or not qualified. Then material contains the which supplier has been supplied material, whether that supplier is approved or not approved, or the material is tested as per our standard specification. Then measurement contains calibration, testing, this type of measurement we can do. Environmental conditions contain relative humidity or RH and temperature. Then method means procedure. And machine is a there is any preventive maintenance, there is any there is any breakdown of machine, or any incident has been happened with machine, that we can find out in the machine. So by using this tool we can find the satisfactory root cause of the deviation, and depends on that root cause of analysis and finding the root cause, we goes for the kappa. Kappa should be the firm or concrete. So the kappa means corrective action, and preventive action. So kappa is a corrective action and preventive action. Corrective action means the incident which has been happened, that should be correct by doing some corrections, by making some changes that are done in a corrective actions. And in preventive action, the preventive action, there is a requirement of any changes or any permanent changes or any limits or any specification has to be revised, procedure has to be changed, due to which the same incident or same deviation should not be happen again in a future, or recurrence of the deviation is avoided. If there is any deviation repeated and the minor deviation are repeatedly going on, then it should be considered as a major deviation. So before taking any kappa, we have to think about the exact root cause, and we have to take some concrete kappa. The kappa should not be repeated, and repeatedly kappa makes the problematic. So avoid the repetition of kappa. So we have to, before deciding any kappa or any corrective and preventive action, we have to take understand the root cause analysis, as well as understand the problem, understand the training on that evidence or incidents, and our root cause analysis. And people has to be trained for their corrective actions, and we have to also check the effectiveness of our corrective and preventive actions, which should not be repeated again, or incident should not be repeated again. So friends, please सब्सक्राइब, शेयर एंड हमारा वीडियो लाइक कीजिए. प्लीज प्रेस द बेल आइकॉन एंड सब्सक्राइब टू कांचन ज्योति हेल्थ केयर. थैंक यू.